Hello and welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Captain Kibbs, joined by your usual McBubbles. He's kind of cranky and a little bit upset, and he doesn't know why he's here exactly, nor do I really understand. I felt like bringing him along because I figured it'd be appropriate.
See, I don't even need to say anything because you say everything for me.
Shut up. That's not the point. The point is, we're here to talk about today is something is a little bit of a touchy subject, and that's the standard whoring out procedure that is of every YouTuber's career. Monetization. So, I figured we'd prepare a list of things and we'd be completely open window about it so everybody knows what exactly is going on, why we're doing it, what we're doing with it, and, basic stuff. So, first thing we asked ourselves is, why are we going to do this? And we are developing a game on the side, and this game does burn up a little bit of cash. And I figured, if we're going to invest so much time in YouTube, why not try to generate some revenue to help recuperate the losses, like using Photoshop CC, which I also use for editing, or not editing, but making thumbnails, or like Adobe Premiere, which I use for editing our videos. So kind of just recuperate it and sort of make it so we're not operating at a deficit like we have been for quite a while.
or at least make some steps to try to neglect that deficit.
So I'm not just burning money and being like, wow, my pocket hurts. The next thing we'll use the money for, or any sort of revenue we do generate, now before we get into the details, just what we're using it for, is community servers. So on our Discord server, link is in the description, you can join it, we're going to host community events. Like we'll play games like Rend, which is what we're going to try next. Other games like Supreme Commander, includes anything and everything that we play generally on this channel. It's sort of like community plays where we just play with the people. And we'll also be hosting servers. So that money goes to just renting out servers. The first $5 goes straight into a server. I'll be mostly paying out of my pocket for that, and I don't really I'm probably not going to use anything that we do with that, because I don't know. We'll see. The third thing is excess money, which is once we stop operating at a deficit, goes into a piggy bank. The piggy bank will go directly into the game, as in it's for emergency situations, like let's say Bubbles' computer breaks down, or mine does, or worst case scenario, one of our artists' digital tablets starts malfunctioning, and that's only a fucking nightmare to replenish and replace those fucking things, because those things are fucking expensive. Basically, it's to just, help. The money goes to them, and they just, rebuild or repurchase the damaged equipment. So it's like a backup, more so. The second thing that I didn't quite write down on the list of things is basically, if it pulls up big enough, we'll use it to help fund for composers for the game, or sound designers. Things that we can't necessarily do that well. We're going to do a composer anyways. It's just whether we can afford to do it beforehand or help pay some of the costs at the door, mostly. So now the biggest and most important thing. So that's what we're doing with it. The biggest and most important thing is, what does it offer? It doesn't offer a whole heck of a lot, to be completely frank with you. It's completely optional, meaning there's nothing going to be locked away. We'll get to another perk in a bit here about it, but in terms of content, YouTube-wise, you're not going to miss anything from not doing this. Virtually, nothing's changed. You'll see everything, same time. There's no early birds get the worm or whatever. Everybody, I don't like the idea of doing that. I think everybody will be treated fairly in the sense that they all get to see the content, except for one distinct difference, or two distinct differences, really. The first one is, in-stream, you'll have custom-made emojis that I and the other artists will make and put in there. We already have about 3. I'll pull it up so people can see what I'm talking about, because I was testing it earlier.
I think you finished 3 by now, yeah.
Yep, I got 3 done. We're going to mix them up so they're not all fucking Ariths. But we've got, a couple of them in here. Just little emojis. To make it a little bit more personalized. So we've got some emojis done. And we already have our first member, so we already have a first. That was surprising. That just sort of happened. The minute we did that. Let's see. Mm-hmm. What was the other thing? Oh, yes, the other thing. You'll be getting a little picture. So I didn't know this, by the way. I'm learning new things as we're doing this. So loyalty badges. So here, I'll show people so they can take a look. Here, you know what? For your sake, Bubbles, sake of convenience. So because we're both talking about this, there you go. For example, the emojis, we're actually locked. This is kind of cancerous.
Yes.
We will be able to do more, and if I click see all, it takes me to a different page, which doesn't show me anything about the numbers as it increases. We're not using an Arith for the next one. We're going to use a bubbles. We're going to make that in a bit here. But, yes, we'll be adding more emojis, and we'll fill up all the emojis, and they'll all be handcrafted by one of our artists, myself, or, whoever. Heck, even if Bubbles wants to throw one together. You never know. Bubbles.
It's pixel art. It's doable.
Anything's doable in pixel art. We've got a custom thing right now. It's currently just from the server. We're going to remake everything in here. Like there will be
everything here is subject to change.
Yes. So currently it's the smug as fuck Arith. So you know how when people give money, they're like, I'm better than you. So now you can be like, I'm better than you. You can be smug. You can be smug for a bit. That's not going to last for a while. We might keep it for the beginning one just because, anytime anybody does something, they're always a little bit smug about it. I don't know. Oh, hey, cool. It tells you the number of people, how long you've had people active.
That's actually kind of nice.
And then we can keep tabs of the number. The channel member things will matter in a bit. I don't want to... Wait, you already know who he is, but because you saw him in the other picture. Oh, well. But yeah, so basically you'll get different things. And we're going to do some bonus things, by the way, with the times. As these times go on, I don't know if we'll be able... We're not going to probably get to it in the first 2 months, but maybe in the 6 months we'll get to that in a second. So back to... I have to... This is the... Normally I don't do structured videos. This is an exception.
Semi-structured.
So, the Discord link, like we normally say, Bubbles, is in the description. You can join it. You're welcome to. It's completely open. It's PC free within the realms of Discord's terms of service, because, that's how it's going to be. So, we don't prefer you to be slightly handicapped. It's just Discord prefers to handicap.
Plus a bit of a security buffer.
It's a security buffer to make sure that the server doesn't get shut down. Because we are, at our core, a gaming server, and that takes priority. We're a gaming community, and we play games, and that's what we do. So just abide by the rules, obey the mods, and if you have questions, talk to people. Don't sit idly by. People have been kicked for being trollish, and it happens. But if you're cool, chill, you'll be fine. Just relax. It's strange how many people
help.
Well, Moth autism might not be. He's a little bit crazy.
Well, if someone asks him, he'll answer.
That's true. He will. He'll answer in a very colorful way.
He'll be direct about it.
He'll be very direct. Just be sure to read the Discord terms of service and the base rules. It's in the rules tab when you join the Discord server. And yes, as the reason why I bring this up is if you do decide to do the join function with Discord and support us, we appreciate it, but it doesn't give you diplomatic immunity. It doesn't make you superior to anyone else. Again, you're choosing to support us because, you want to either A, support the game, and B, we'll get to in a little bit once we have determined the ratio. I imagine by the time you reach 6 months or a year, you'll be having access to the game because you've already paid for it, basically. That's basically what it's for. The monetization function is purely for development purposes, which is kind of strange. It's less about YouTube, more about actually production of a video game. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, next thing is we figured, God damn it, retarded going Spurgeon out here. We do a complete schedule. So we're gonna do everything in terms of news or updates in this video here. So everything is just like, this is a huge thing. So for the rest of 2018, this is the schedule for the rest of it. So Mondays are going to be pre-recorded Let's Play videos. So like Subcom or Monster Hunter or whatever we decide to do. Tuesdays are streams, and they can vary from different subject to subject. Just basic gaming stuff. That's just gaming. Wednesdays, the Battletech lore. Thursday, because we do the Lurking Hunger RP in collaboration with our friend Arch Warhammer, we might not be on. So it might be a stream if the RP's off. It might be a bonus lore video if I got an extra one up, or I fucking got motivated and I was able to pump out an extra one. Or it might be just the next episode or another episode in another existing series of a Let's Play. Or a bonus video. I didn't quite throw that in there, but you never know. We do bonus stuff, like that Halo video we did a long time ago for 6 minutes, which we have to do a Halo series at some point, but
yes,
we'll get to that at another point. Then there's Friday. That's Bubbles Day. He can do whatever the hell he wants that day. So if he wants to do lore, if he wants to do Let's Play, he can do whatever. And if Bubbles ever decides to become a lore master, he can have another day on the week schedule. Encouragement, Bubbles.
That's worked so well so far.
It hasn't. We've been trying to get him to do lore for a while now. God damn it. Oh well. Saturday is Community Gaming Day, so that's the day we play on the server. Now, we wanted to schedule it because we want to make sure that everybody can attend when we play these things. We'll still game on the server, the Discord server, like we always do. It's just, you know, less frequently and it's not guaranteed. I figured if we schedule a day in advance and everybody knows that it's Saturday, U.S. Central Time, people will go. And plus, it's on the weekend and I'm in America. I can get up early. I can get up late if I have to play or set up an event. So everybody in the world gets a chance. Because now that we have a multinational subscriber base, which is heavily based out of Europe and Australia, and almost surpasses, I think it's close to surpassing America. I can't remember.
I haven't looked at it in a while.
It's reaching the point where it's going to be hard to get everybody, so we'll have to mix up the times occasionally so everyone gets a chance. So that's for the community events. Again, the community events aren't locked. They're completely open. It's public. You're welcome to join. Violation of the rules, or the, what's my favorite rule? The one that talks about not being a cunt, just means don't be a cunt. Simple stuff. Just don't be a cunt. It's not that hard. Except you'd be surprised. You occasionally run into people who think it's very hard. The next big thing is just another unique feature we decided to do for the channel. Figured we might as well try to get serious and get motivated, Bubbles.
I don't know what this is.
Yes, you do know what it is. We're doing landmark events, which is basically landmarks in which we reach a certain point. So the next one, as you guys already know, once we reach 2,000 subscribbles, we're going to be doing
I've never heard of this before. I never consented to this.
Another shitty game. No, you've already agreed to this. Tiberium Twilight 4 Command & Conquer co-op. And we'll be doing it drunk. Because that game is fucking unbearable while I'm sober. And I've never been drunk in my entire life.
How would you know?
I wouldn't know. But the thing is, Bubbles, I've never been drunk before. So why not start it with the best memory of my childhood, of a game that killed my childhood? You know? Just like how the alcohol will kill me with its crippling depression that it gives me or whatever. As I become a drunk.
We'll see what happens to you.
Fucking, this is how I die. Once we reach 2,000 subs, we'll never get and reach the other goals. We'll just be dead.
Kyle, having a few drinks won't kill you.
It'll fucking kill me. You have no idea. I drank a little bit of a fruity alcoholic beverage on my 21st birthday, and that was the first and last thing I ever drank of alcoholic nature, because I fucking got just a horrendous migraine. So, for all we know, I'll have a fucking migraine during the entire fucking thing, and I'll be fucking even more miserable. Oh, it's gonna be salty.
Miserable the next day.
It's gonna be salty. I'd recommend, if you're sensitive to fucking people being mad, I would recommend not showing up for that. We'll be doing specials for most things, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, assuming we can make it that far. One thing we did want to point out, though, is a bigger landmark. We'll do bigger landmarks, too. Like 10,000 subs, we've already got plans and stuff in works for merchandise, such as t-shirts, prints, digital wallpapers, and we'll be adding more stuff later on, like plushies, stress Bubbles, because Bubbles is a poor lad and needs to be squeezed for love and affection.
Squeeze me, Daddy.
Thanks, Bubbles. I'm glad. Of all the things you could have chose to say,
Kyle.
Fucking.
What else would I say?
It's a little gay, if you don't mind me saying. Damn, son.
Some people are into that.
It won't be long before Rule 34 happens one day, and then we'll be sad because you caused it. You fucking caused it. You're getting the blame for this one. I hope it's like
that caused it.
It's gonna be your character just getting his balls, you know, squeeze, you know, a little of a squeeze, you know. Little snuggle struggle.
Kyle, Rule 34 exists for a reason.
It does. If it exists,
yes, if it exists.
Yeah, pretty much. Shut up, you. So yeah, that's the plan for that. One thing to note on the merchandise thing, fortunately my brain remembered that, is this is the one other bonus that the fucking, will give you. I'm hoping, because I don't know, because I've already looked at companies and getting a website up and functioning. It's going to be interesting. But it looks like there's plugs for discount codes. So basically, I'll be handing out discount codes individually for those who decide to do the join function. Just if you want like apparel or like a poster as time goes on. Eventually the merchandise store will include access to the game. But again, the game is strictly off limits. That includes even the donations for now. It's just too early to even really... As excited and as retardedly excited as I am about it, it's way too early to do it. And I can't pull a Peter Molyneux and say anything, which is why I have to have duct tape over my mouth every time we talk about it.
Yes, Kyle.
They're like, you can't talk about it. You're going to turn into Peter Molyneux, and I'll be like, damn it. I'll promise too many things, and the programmers will tell me sweet, sweet lies. Or no, tell me sweet, sweet truths. Or no, painful truths. Yes, I do remember it. Painful truths. That's terrible.
And then you'd be like, no, it's fine, and then we'll actually have to beat you.
But like, we can fit it in there. God, no. We can, though. Compromises have to be... No, compromises will not be made.
No, Kyle, we literally can't fit it in there.
No cut. Oh, shut up. You're being gay. I can hear the gay in your voice. Stop it. You went down the gay
tunnel.
Being
realistic.
You're being a traitor. You're supposed to be on my side, Bubbles.
Kyle, I'm on my side. You know that.
Yes, but my side is your side.
No. That's gay, Kyle.
What? So lastly, and most importantly, to follow us for interesting stuff, Bubbles' Twitter will now be linked. I cannot sanction everything he says. So, if he calls for mass genocide of anyone, I have to be ready to distance.
I've never done that in public.
I was going to say Bubbles. You've done some things. But it's only in video game senses, YouTube. Jesus Christ. Well, we've already been fucking... You know why we don't show up on goddamn... on the goddamn people with the bells? I like how we get, like... I get PMs from... what is it? Not PMs. I get messages from some people. And I just recently got a comment from one of our subs.
That happens to everyone. It's not...
I just wonder if it's based on, like, what the YouTuber says. Could you imagine, like, if you say more swear words, it lowers you on the algorithm so you don't appear or some shit?
I imagine it's a coincidental thing, but it might happen, but I highly doubt it's intended, but it happens to fucking everyone.
I know. This is the first time I've ever actually witnessed somebody telling me this, that the bell doesn't work. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that YouTube has a bell. You're supposed to whore that out according to Content Creator Academy, whatever. It's like, be sure to fucking spread them cheeks, boy. Be like, hit that, smash that bell button. Fucking slippity-slappity that fucking like button and fucking lick that subscribe button. Just fucking...
I never use it because I just use my feed. Because, I subscribe to people for a reason.
Yeah, I use my feed. I just refresh my subscriber feed every, hour or so after I'm reading an audiobook. And like, is there anything I can listen to, to mix up the monotony? And then most times it's just Arch ranting about silly things. Which we all ignore those. Not kidding. He's like, you treacherous little whores. The next thing is the YouTube gaming link. Again, we're too small for it to technically register for the joining function, which gives you access to the emojis and stuff. We're too small for it to recommend.
No, we're too small for that to appear on the main YouTube site.
Yep, so the link in the description and in the comments will be posted on every video from now on, because we have to, for those who are interested in joining us. Join us!
Only join through gaming.youtube.com.
It's called Join Us. It's like, we need to come up with like a picture, or a wallpaper, right? Or a poster, a print for the people to buy. And it's like, join the empire. It's like, join us and together we can rule the autism. And they'll be like, yes, just glorious. Oh, God, it's great. I can't wait till we have fucking Bubbles plushies and goddamn fucking Arith plushies. Not to mention Slappy Feet plushies. Oh, idea.
Feel violated.
We should sell hairy feet for him. we should. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
I would say something, but I won't.
Or we could put like little chains on the feet.
I would say something, but I won't.
Why? What's wrong?
Don't worry about it.
What's wrong, Bubbles? Bubbles, now you've said it, now I want to know and people are watching want to know. At least before we end this.
I'll like whoever guesses the right one in the comments.
You're a tease. You better fucking tell me, you little slut. Oh, anyways, I think that kind of wraps up. Anything you want to say, Bubbles?
I think we're good.
Bubbles is good. Oh, one thing. Let's look at what Bubbles was doing. So, Bubbles is being a GM for some people's, and he was making. Oh god, that's ugly. So we came across this character. I look. It's funny because I wanted to talk about it because it bothered me too. Like this character fucking has like fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer levels of brightness on that nose. Look at that. Fucking a beacon of light and hope for the Empire.
See, I love the drawing outside of that.
That nose fucking makes me want to scream. And then, like, Bubbles has been, like, slowly editing it, trying to make it less red just for his RP because he hated how red it was. And he's been doing that for, like, the last hour.
I mean,
while I was typing this shit up. It's kind of funny.
It's been like a half an hour of actual work.
Look, half an hour, half a schmour. It was funny. It's funny, it's hilarious, and you love it, and you know it. Bubbles, don't make this weird for me. Bubbles. I think that concludes everything. I think. I'm really sleep deprived. It's 2:42 a.m.
Good, you fucking should be at this point.
Need to do more lore videos later.
It's
but
almost 10 in the morning, Kyle. I haven't slept.
We've got to make more content, Bubbles. Content!
And me.